Hey guys, in this video I will show you some simple Cypher setups which you can use when you are playing on Fracture, and we'll start right here when you are defending on A side. Firstly, with the tripwires, they are the simplest ones, and one of the first ones that is I would really recommend is doing this one, since it goes really deep and it ends on this side. It would be very difficult for enemies to break. You can also place your trips on this wall a bit further back, or you can do it right here. You can do it even pretty low, so that way it would be quite difficult for spot for anyone, for the enemies who would be crossing into the site. The next one, the next setup that it might help you is you combine this with these one-way cages. There are two ways how to do them. Firstly, you want to be in the corner right here and place your crosshair on this spot. As you can see, you want to place it on the bottom left corner of where it meets the wall. Place there your crosshair and throw it. It's gonna bounce up a few times and land right there. The other way how to do this is this one. You just wanna simply look at this spot and go down until you hit this ledge. So simply aim at this middle line at the bottom of it, go down and throw it, and it's gonna land right there. That way, when you have a phantom or even judge or anything, you can use these cages. As you can see, you can be in this corner and you can be waiting for enemies to come, and they would have this annoying lineup, I mean the one way to work with. You can be on top of the side where it works much better, since the enemies once again have no chance of spotting you that high up. You can be also placing tripwires right here on dish, but usually you are not really working with it, so I wouldn't say it is really that worth it. You can have it there for an info though. The last one that you can do is one right here, so that way enemies don't cross into these spots. You can have it further back, so that way that you know that the enemies are more committed to it and they have not just peeked the doors, so that they can break this strip from you. And with a one-way cage, which you can use right here at these doors, you just want to go right here, hack this wall, hack this corner, and you can see that there is this line. You want to crouch and aim at the top of the line where it meets the top of the building, just right there. You throw it and it's gonna land on these doors, so that way if anyone goes through, you just simply activate it and you can get a kill on anyone in there. Once again, tough spot to work with. You can be either down here or all the way here at ropes. When defending and using your cams, there's plenty of ways. For example, using cam like these should work fantastically. You can see the drop, anyone coming out. However, you don't see deep into the main. So that way you can be using cams, for example, on top of the site right here. Just simply right here, just like that. So that way you can see at least a little bit into the A main, and they will see the cam pretty late as well. So that way you can see them first. They cannot see the cam unless they are this close already. So have that in mind. One of these cams can work pretty well. Other way how you can do these cams would be, for example, right here on this corner. You can see anyone in all of these spots on the side, or you can do a cam right here. So that way it works. You just place it right there. You can see anyone on drop and deep into A main. On B side you can use tripwires like these, so that way you block off anyone coming into the side. You can do a deeper ones right here as well. You can place them on stairs like this, so that way when the enemies are coming in and walking in, this tripwire is gonna get them. So have that in mind and try to use these. Also, you should not forget about the arcade within your trips, for example like these, so that way you have the info if there's anyone crossing in, or you can use one right here immediately in this doorway, so that way the enemies cannot be pushing and at least they will get spotted. So doing this one probably works the best, since the enemies would be going in and they can only break it on one side and not on the other, and if you are holding it, it will be difficult for them to break it and then swing it, since if they break it they are looking to the right and you swing it, you should get a free kill. They should not have much time to react to it. With cages, I just simply recommend to use these ones, so that way you can spray through it after you know that the enemies are coming in, so that the way it covers your trips. You can have one in tower or anywhere deeper as well, so that way you can hold that area safely and guard it. But most importantly, just keeping your trips, keeping your cages either right here or further back should be great, since you can spam anyone through these cages, and if they want to decide to go through, you will get the audio cue and you can try to react based on that. For the cams, you can use, for example, these. You can use them on these corners so that way you can see arcade and a little bit of aiming. You can place it further, for example, right here as well. But just don't get it into the leaf, so have that in mind. And you can be watching all of these spots. Or you can be placing it right here very safely on this corner. The beginner transfer can spot arcade and be watching this entrance as well. All of these cams works fantastically and you should give them a shot. There's also other combinations which can work for you, but for me these works great since you can activate the cages right here, or if you had cage right here for example, or get info of enemies who would be usually a bit more committed if they decide to push. And simply for the flying or tripwires on flank, you can either place them on the walls right here, so that way enemies cannot jump and crouch under it. To do it on this side it's a bit more difficult, but if you do it far enough, for example right here, then it should work. Once again have in mind, so these doors are not placed perfectly, so at some spots the enemies can crouch under it or jump over it, but if you place it high enough that should work fantastically. On the other side, if you are going from the other side, just simply place your traps either like this, so that way it is difficult for enemies to break, or on the other side right here for example at these spots, but you don't want to give them too much space, so have that in mind since they can go all the way here behind the tripwire if you place it for example like this, so that way they can go all the way here and be waiting for you, so have that in mind. And once again, if you place your traps, make sure you place them on one side, so that way, for example, if you place this trip and the tripwire on the other side right here, the enemies can always go jump on the rope and the tripwire won't go off and they will be still behind you. So you have to place them on the same side always. So have that in mind. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And see you guys soon. Bye.